I was doing my morning Bible study, almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was just finishing up, and my family is all still asleep, so that's why I'm not talking that loud. But I just wanted to read something that I thought was interesting, and I just felt really compelled to film it really quickly. And it is in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 13. And I even have my morning coffee here. The book of Ecclesiastes is known as the book of wisdom, much like the book of Proverbs. And so verse 13 I thought was super interesting because it says, I dedicated my heart to seek and to search out by wisdom all that is done under heaven. It is an onerous burden that God has laid on human beings to be busy about. And I just kind of sat there for a second. And kind of what I felt about this scripture is, with today's society, with being really productive and trying to complete as much done as we can in a day, which I'm all about. Trust me, I love productivity. I love using my planner. I have it open. I genuinely use it. I love planning my day and, seeking out the things that I'm supposed to be doing throughout that day. But it's really important to slow down. It says, I have seen all the accomplishments that are done under the sun, and conclude all is vanity, as futile as chasing the wind. And to me, reading Ecclesiastes chapters 1 and 2, again, I just wanted to, briefly go over this. I didn't want to go into too much in depth, but I did want to come on here and just remind you to read those 2 chapters if you haven't yet. It really puts things in perspective, and I've been trying to put my life into perspective as far as what is important. I don't want to be chasing after the things that I think that are important, but at the end of the day are not. And onerous is just another way to say, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, to be honest. I'm horrible at spelling and I don't pronounce things correctly, but a huge obligation. So, it's not something that is easy. It's a huge burden that God has laid on human beings to be busy about. But what we have to remember is that, we can do all things through Christ. And I love that scripture. Unfortunately, it's one of the most misquoted scriptures. People try to take that and apply it to anything. People try to say, basically take that scripture and put it on their own will. I can do all things through Christ doesn't mean that you can do what you want to do and have God bless what you want to do outside of what, His will. That's truly not what that scripture means. That's not what this video is about. But anyways, if God has tasked you to do something and He wants you to do something, He will give you the ability to do it, and He will give you the grace and guide you through that. But just remember, don't go about being too busy, because at the end of the day, the things that are done on earth, although it's not bad to try and complete tasks and be productive, don't let that be your end all be all. It's futile, it's vanity, it's futile as chasing the wind. At the end of chapter 2, for the one who pleases Him, God gives wisdom, knowledge, and joy. But to the sinner, He gives the work of the gathering and accumulating wealth, only so that he may hand it over to the one who pleases God. This too is futile, a mere chasing after the wind. So search and seek God. Seek Him for who He is, not what He can do for you. And at the end of the day, people who don't know God, they chase after. And I was talking about this with a friend. I watch videos sometimes of people saying that they just feel so lost in life. And believe me, as a Christian, I've had my moments where I'm just feeling a little confused and lost. But at least I have security in knowing that I have a God who guides me. But people who don't know Him, I really feel for them. Like, how do you go through life without, any type of guidance or having, that trust and reliance in God? But anyways, this is saying, to the sinner, He gives the work of gathering and accumulating wealth, only so that he may hand it over to the one who pleases God. And like I said in my last video, Matthew 6:33, seek Him first. Seek Him first. But truly seek Him first. Don't seek Him because you want something out of it. Seek Him because you love Him. So yeah, that was just my morning prayer and my morning Bible study that I was doing today. I wanted to share with you all really quickly. But if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I post a new Bible study video every Wednesday and Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every now and again, I post a bonus video on Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern. And I can't wait to study the Bible with you again. Bye.